I just finished the feedback and that's what I'm going to talk about, but why not do it outside when it's beautiful and see things like this? Good day, YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about feedback and how important that is, whether you're a civilian, whether you're military, that we give feedback, also that we request to get a feedback session from our supervisor. So in the Air Force, you have your initial feedback, followed by your midterm feedback, and then the performance report. Today I had a feedback session with someone that I supervise, and I said, let's go for a walk outside. And we found a table to sit underneath the sun, sat down with them, had our paperwork, covered a lot of things. It was private. If somebody was out there, then obviously we would speak in lower volumes. But it's one of those things that it's very important that we do. Feedback is all it is communication. Here's what I expect from you. Here's how you're doing well. Think of it as a conversation as well. It's not just goals, but things of how are you doing, especially now in the Air Force. The feedback is, what are your strengths? Do you have a wingman? Things like that. Those are questions on the form that are very important. It's how we get to know the people that we work with, who are our teammates, whether we work for them or they work for us. It's a communication. That's all it is. However, it's very important. I've been married 20 years this month, March. But a few years ago, 5 years ago, we were in marriage counseling, which was a good thing. At the time, it seemed like, hey, why are we doing this? How did we get here? But all it is communication and learning tools. And that's what feedback is about. You don't have to wait for the initial feedback or the midterm feedback to provide feedback or input. I have feedback every week with the individuals that I work with. Sometimes they're giving me feedback. And one of the feedback that they gave me, this individual, about 4 weeks ago was listening. He said, sometimes I don't think you're listening because I just gave you the information and you come back a few moments later and ask me a question where I already gave you the information. And he was spot on. My mind starts to think a lot often. So sometimes I may be focused, but not focused enough. My wife has said the same thing. That's great feedback. So now I'm very deliberate about being focused on one thing at a time, and then I'll get to the other things as well. The other thing is, I don't like feedback when it's given to me that's vague. I like feedback that's going to say, here's how you can improve, or here's what you didn't do right, or here's what you did right. Feedback could be positive or negative. I think feedback is perfect because, not perfect, but I think it's needed because we don't know what we're not doing right if we don't know, if we're not catching it. So somebody else may catch it, and if they let us know, hey, here's what I saw, then we can improve. At the same time, when we're doing good things, it's good to hear you're on track, good job, things like that. So communication, feedback, make sure you give it, make sure you request it as well. Now I'm going to share with you a jersey that I found at a thrift shop. It's an Air Force Falcons hockey jersey, game worn, and I bought 7 of these. This is the one that has the number. The other ones are team issued. I gave one to my son, to some friends that I have here and there, gifts. I know exactly who's going to get them because I paid $18 each. And this is the one that I'm going to wear tonight. My son is driving from Colorado Springs to Denver. We're going to Colorado Avalanche and Anaheim Ducks. I like both teams, but I'm from Los Angeles, so I'm going to have to go for the Ducks in this game. And this is what I'm going to wear tonight. Beautiful Atlantic hockey. Air Force number 26. All of this is sewn. A nice star there. So that's what I'm going to wear tonight to the hockey game. And I'll try to film and show you what that's like. I've only been to one NHL hockey game. Several years ago, it was the Los Angeles Kings and who knows who else. That's what I want to talk about. Feedback, very important. Make sure we make it happen. Communication is key. Take care.
Can you see? so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming